Hi friends, welcome to the course Proverbs Expressive English presented to you by me Amrita Devrajan. Let's begin. So here's something about me. You can read this and follow me on Unacademy by clicking on this link and clicking on the follow button. And don't forget that your feedback is really precious to me. Do rate, review, recommend, share and comment. Thank you. Let's start. The first proverb is curiosity killed the cat. Well, it means that curiosity, when you're too excited or eager to know something, can lead you into dangerous situation. Let me give you very basic examples. समझ लीजिए आप किसी को जानते हैं, he's just an acquaintance, and you do not talk to him generally, but results आ गए हैं, and you just want to know how much that person scored because you do this hi and bye whenever you see him. So you go up to him and say, आपका result कैसा था? He will think, hello, you don't even talk to me the whole year, and when my results are out, you're coming and approaching me just to know and just to judge me on the basis of my result. This can lead you into a bad situation because he will judge you and he will make a bad impression of yours. So curiosity killed the cat here. I hope you get the meaning now. Let's look at this example now. It is not advisable to ask too many questions on your very first day. Remember, curiosity killed the cat. I hope you get it. Let's move on. Money doesn't grow on trees. The meaning of this proverb is that money must be earned through hard work and it does not grow back after you spend it. Once you spend it, it's gone. Whoosh, it's in the air. Well, many girls like me, of course, when we go to shopping, and even boys, not just girls, I'm not creating a stereotype here. So, you see, many a times when we go out shopping, we see things which we want to buy. So we just keep on spending and spending, and then we realize, oh, oops, all gone. And there are some sensible people who have a constant check that, okay, 200 gone, I just have to spend 100 more no matter what. So you have to remember that money doesn't grow on trees. When we just jokingly say that एक रुपए का है या something like that, we have to understand that it also is something hard earned. You cannot just dismiss 1 rupee like that because it's hard earned and money doesn't grow on tree. Even if it's 1 rupee or if it's 1 crore, it's earned and it's hard earned money. So let's look at the example. Every time before you go shopping, remind yourself that money doesn't grow on tree. Something we must do, at least those people who are, shopaholics. Okay, moving on. My hands are tied, meaning that you say this proverb when you cannot do anything with what you want to do. For example, if I want to help you out, but I cannot do something because I don't have the control. For example, you scored a 90, but the cutoff for some colleges is 95. So I cannot help you get admission because you haven't scored enough to get an admission in that college. Well, what would I say? I will say my hands are tied. I cannot really do what I want to do. I really want to help you, but sorry, I cannot help you get admission in that college. I hope you get it. Let's look at this example now. I wish I could make it to your wedding, but what to do? My hands are tied with professional commitments. So I cannot do really anything. I don't have the leave. I cannot attend your wedding. I hope you get it. Let's move on. It's the tip of the iceberg. This means that something which can be easily observed is not what it appears from the outside. It's just the tip. There's a lot of depth to it. If you look at this picture, well, it's often said, let me quote another proverb, a picture is worth 1,000 words. So let me not speak much and let's look at the picture. If, you cannot go inside, you may go inside, but we usually travel in the outer, we do not travel underwater usually. So if you're traveling in this ship and you're going like this, you may think, तो छोटा सा है ना? But who knows, it's just a tip of the iceberg. It goes really deep and it has so much to it. So something which can be easily observed is not always true. We have to understand it might just be the tip of the iceberg, and the iceberg, real iceberg, might be hidden and it might go deep. Let's look at the example. The problems that you see here are just the tip of the iceberg. There are numerous disasters waiting to happen. I hope you get it now. Let's move on. Ignorance is bliss. Well, and sometimes yes and sometimes no. Well, you have to use this proverb after a lot of thought because ignorance is bliss sometimes but not always. Let's look at the meaning. Not knowing is better than knowing and worrying. Well, let me just give you an example. You do not know that some celebrity you follow, some person you really follow, an Asian man or woman, has died, and you don't really know that news because you do not check news so often. So you're not upset. You see, you don't know and you presume everything's fine. So ignorance is bliss in these cases, because when you will learn about that, you will get upset naturally if you follow that person deeply and you admire someone. So you will be upset. So you see, in this case, ignorance is bliss. If you look at this picture, this guy is happy because he doesn't even know that a bomb has just blasted behind him. So ignorance is bliss. Had I seen and had I known that there's this bomb around, would I have been in a normal state? I would be anxious and I would probably die of anxiety, right? So ignorance is bliss, you see. Let's look at this example. I never knew that the kid who mows our lawn has been in trouble with the police. Well, we says ignorance is bliss because we did not know that guy has so much to him and he is a dangerous guy. So we talk to him generally, but who knows that this guy turned out to be a don or something like that. Ignorance is bliss. We never knew, we were happy. Now we know, we are conscious, we are constantly, thinking and overthinking and causing troubles to our mind. That is what happens. Okay, so that was a good session. Thank you so much, guys. Awaiting your response eagerly. Drop in your comments. And I'm so sorry I couldn't post my lesson yesterday. That was due to some problems. I'm really sorry for that. I will make up. Thank you. Have a nice day.